everyone, welcome to the first mini lesson on parts of speech to help you get ready for your parts of speech test, which is a week from tomorrow. It's November 19th. So today we are just going to briefly talk about the 8 parts of speech and what they are. So we have nouns, pronouns, verbs, adverbs, adjectives, then interjections, prepositions, and conjunctions. So those are the 8 parts of speech. In this little mini lesson, we are simply going to talk about the noun, adjective, and adverb. Mrs. McNulty has talked a lot about questions that the adjectives, adverbs, and nouns answer. So, to start with, a noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. We have 2 types of nouns. Concrete nouns, those are things you can touch. You can feel, like a chair, or a cat, or a book. These are things you can actually physically touch. Then there are abstract nouns, which the ideas kind of fall into that category, like bravery, love, courage, sadness. Those are things, but they are not things that you can physically touch, but those are nouns. Now, what questions do nouns answer? Nouns answer the questions what and who. For example, if you had a sentence like this, Mrs. Stalick is a teacher. Okay, teacher is a noun, and Mrs. Stalick is a proper noun because Mrs. Stalick is a proper name. And it answers the question, who? Who is the teacher? Mrs. Stalick. So that's a noun. And Mrs. Stalick is what? A teacher. So again, teacher is a noun. They both answer noun questions, who or what. Okay, then we have adjectives. Adjectives describe or modify. Describe and modify mean the same thing. Describe nouns or pronouns. Okay? So for instance, if you had a sentence, the furry brown dog slept. Okay? The words furry and brown are adjectives that modify or describe the noun dog. So both of these modify dog. And they answer adjective questions. The adjective questions are, I don't have my eraser down here, so I'm just going to use my hand. But the adjective questions are what kind, how many, which one, these are all questions, and whose. Now, whose is used the least. It refers to possessive nouns like Jack's car. Whose car is it? Jack's. And Jack's is a possessive adjective in that case. But in this sentence, we have 2 adjectives that describe dog. Furry dog. What question does it answer? Again, these are our adjective questions. What kind of dog? A furry dog. Brown. Oops, I spelled that wrong. Going too fast. Brown also answers what kind of dog. It's a furry brown dog. Now, if I had a different sentence, such as Bob ate 3 cookies, let's say. The adjective 3 modifies the noun cookies. And what question, adjective question, does it answer? How many? How many cookies does Bob eat? He eats 3 cookies. So how many is an adjective question. You will need to know this on your test, and you'll need to actually be able to list these questions. So in the notes that I posted for you under materials, resource, and 6th grade language arts, I have these noun questions in your notes, and you'll need to memorize those for Mrs. McNulty's test. She'll ask you to list the adjective questions. Okay, the last thing for today's mini lesson, I really need an eraser. But the next thing is the adverb, okay? We talked about the noun, we talked about the adjective. Now the adverb. An adverb is a word that modifies, which also means describes, same thing. It modifies a verb, adverb, or an adjective. So yes, an adverb can modify another adverb. That is correct. So let me give you a sentence that has an adverb or 2 in it. Mary walks slowly to her room. Okay, so we have the verb walks. Mrs. McNulty always loves for you to attack the sentence, and when she says that, she means she wants you to find your verb, and in this case, walks is your verb, and we know that's an action verb because that's an action you can do. And Mary is your subject because she answers who or what walks. Mary walks. But the point of us looking at this particular sentence today is to decide, is there an adverb? There is an adverb. The adverb is slowly. And adverbs can modify or describe verbs, other adverbs, or adjectives. In this case, I know that the word slowly modifies walks, which is the verb. And here's how I know that. I know my adverb questions. Here are the adverb questions. Where, when, how, in what way, or to what extent. These are adverb questions. So, I see that the verb is walk, and I ask myself, does this word slowly modify walks? Does it answer any of these adverb questions? Well, slowly. Does that answer where I walk? No, not at all. Does it answer when I walk? No, it doesn't. Does it answer how I walk? Or in what way do I walk? Yes, it answers both of these. It says how I walk. I walk slowly. In what way is really almost the same thing as how, but it's listed as a separate question. But slowly tells me in what way I walk. Okay? So these are your adverb questions. And again, you're going to want to memorize those questions. They are written in your notes that I posted on Jupiter for you under Resource, Language Arts, 6th grade notes. And those questions, along with your adjective questions and your noun questions, are something you're going to be asked to list on the test next Tuesday. So tonight, I just want you to focus on that, memorizing your adverb, adjective, and noun questions. And tomorrow, we'll do another mini lesson on something else to help prepare you for your test. And I will then, in maybe tomorrow's Tuesday, maybe by Thursday, I will post a practice test to help you practice for your test on Tuesday, and then I will post an answer key. So good luck. I hope this helped.